Initiate. At the first level, your life begins on the outside looking in. This is the idea most people picture when they hear the word Illuminati, a secret circle of powerful people supposedly shaping events from behind the scenes. The name usually traces back to the Bavarian Illuminati, a real Enlightenment-era society founded in 1776 in what is now Germany. At this stage, what makes it different is that you do not actually hold power. You hold suspicion, curiosity, and a sense that something larger is hidden behind normal life. It matters because this outer layer is where the legend stays alive. Most of the popularity of the Illuminati comes from people imagining this threshold, where ordinary life starts to feel like a coded performance. Observer. Your life at this level is defined by attention. You notice symbols in music videos, eye imagery in fashion, pyramids in logos, strange hand signs in celebrity photos, and you begin linking them into a pattern. This version of the Illuminati comes less from historical records and more from modern conspiracy culture, especially the rise of internet forums, documentaries, and social media breakdowns. What makes this level different is that it runs on interpretation rather than access. You are not inside a secret order, you are building one in your mind from scattered signals. It matters because this is where the idea became mainstream and popular, especially online, where mystery grows faster than proof.
Recruit. At this level, your life becomes centered on selection. In the popular mythology, this is the point where a person with talent, ambition, wealth, or influence is noticed and quietly invited closer to hidden power. The background for this idea comes from a blend of real secret society traditions, elite club culture, and fictional stories about initiation rituals. What makes it different is the promise of entry. Instead of only observing symbols, you imagine being tested by them. This level matters because people are drawn to stories about access, especially the idea that fame or influence may require stepping through a hidden door that others never see.
Adept. At this level, your life becomes about understanding the system rather than simply entering it. In occult, in esoteric traditions, an adept is someone who has advanced knowledge and can interpret teachings that remain hidden from lower ranks. The background here comes from mystical schools, hermetic traditions, and the layered structure of secret societies that influenced later conspiracy storytelling. What makes this level different is fluency. You begin to understand symbols, coded language, and internal logic in a way outsiders cannot. It matters because this is where the fantasy of the Illuminati shifts from social climbing to hidden wisdom, which makes the idea feel deeper and more enduring. Controller. Your life at this level is imagined as one of influence. In conspiracy narratives, this is where members begin shaping careers, media narratives, finances, and public opinion from behind the curtain. This idea comes from long-standing fears about elite networks, banking power, political alliances, and media consolidation, all folded into the Illuminati myth. What makes this level different is that secrecy now produces visible results. You are not just preserving hidden knowledge, you are using it to guide systems that affect everyone else. It matters because the popularity of Illuminati stories often comes from this exact fear, that ordinary events may be directed by people the public never sees. Architect. At this level, your life is tied to design rather than simple control. The architect is imagined as someone who builds the structures others live inside, from institutions and trends to ideologies and cultural movements. This version draws from Masonic imagery, esoteric symbolism about sacred geometry, and the modern belief that power works best when it becomes invisible and systemic. What makes it different is scale. Instead of influencing a few outcomes, you shape the environment in which outcomes happen. It matters because this level captures a deeper anxiety in modern life, that the world may be designed in ways most people never notice until it is too late. Magus. Your life here becomes associated with knowledge that feels almost supernatural. The title comes from ancient and medieval ideas about magi, wise men, astrologers, and occult practitioners who claimed access to hidden truths about reality. In Illuminati storytelling, this level represents mastery over symbolism, psychology, and the unseen forces that move crowds and individuals. What makes it different is that power is no longer just political or financial, it becomes spiritual, psychological, and mythic. It matters because the Illuminati remains popular partly because it blurs the line between real institutions and magical thinking, giving modern power an ancient, mystical atmosphere. Inner circle. At this level, your life is no longer public even if your face is. The inner circle is the core group imagined to make the final decisions, share the full agenda, and protect the deepest secrets from everyone below. This idea comes from both real closed leadership structures in organizations and the conspiracy habit of imagining a hidden center behind every visible hierarchy. What makes it different is exclusivity. Even many supposed members are imagined to be outside this final chamber. It matters because stories of secret power almost always tighten toward a small center, and that concentration makes the mythology more dramatic and believable to those who already distrust public institutions. Grand Master. Your life at this level is framed as one of total oversight. The title echoes language from fraternal orders and ceremonial systems, where the highest-ranking leader represents authority, continuity, and doctrine. In Illuminati lore, the Grand Master is often imagined as someone who coordinates vast networks while remaining personally unknown. What makes this level different is singular authority within secrecy. Instead of one influential player among many, you become the figure who gives direction to the entire machine. It matters because people are naturally drawn to the image of a hidden ruler. It simplifies complicated systems into one face, even when real life is rarely that simple. Shadow Sovereign. At the highest level, your life becomes almost more symbol than person. This is the ultimate version of the Illuminati myth, a hidden authority above names, above offices, and even above organizations, where power is so complete it no longer needs recognition. This final level does not come from one historical source so much as from generations of rumor, fiction, religious fear, political anxiety, and popular culture all merging together. What makes it different is that it represents pure, invisible control. It is less a rank in a real order and more the final form of the idea itself. It matters because this is what keeps the Illuminati legend alive, not just the thought of secret members, but the belief that somewhere beyond everything visible, someone is still deciding how the story goes.